Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Magi, the Kingdom of Magic, Episode 11. Now, this is going to be a real quick review because, one, I have a final tomorrow, a real important final that I still need to study a lot for, and two, half this episode was filler. So, there's not much to talk about. Um, yeah, it's all this stuff about Saban and Ahmad is filler. I mean, it's based off of real events in the manga, but they're kind of pulling a freezing vibrations in the sense that they skipped over it and now they're trying to add it back in. This whole Samad, Ahmad, all this stuff about them, like thanks to Sinbad they're on this island studying Tron language and all this stuff. That stuff's true, but it happens during the arc, the Zagan's dungeon arc, I think. It happens back then, and it's not now. But they skipped over it in the anime, so now they're trying to add it in now. They're trying to extend Morgiana's part for some reason. Um, like I said a few weeks ago, she only has 2 chapters in the manga. All right. Um, it took like 5 pages, 2 double spreads. It took like 2 double spreads and 1 normal page for her to go inside the Great Rift. Okay, but here it took like 11 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that. All right, so it took like half the episode. All right, so all that stuff is filler. I'm not going to bother talking about it. It'd just be a waste of time. All right, she goes into the Great Rift, and there's more filler with all these flashbacks that were added in, and eventually she gets to Yunan's cabin, and he knows her name, which the reason he knows her name is because he just knows a lot of stuff, but also because he has really, really, really good hearing, so he can hear what's going on both sides of the rift, pretty much, and inside of it. And he tells her that he can take her to see the final ace on the other side, but if he does that, she won't be able to come back to this side. Why? I don't know. I don't think they even mentioned why in the manga, to be honest. I don't remember. But they certainly didn't say why in here. So, yeah, who knows? For some reason, she just can't go back for some reason. Doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Whatever. Um, when he's trying to tell her the relevant information for her to make her decision, he brings up the fact that there's going to be a great war happening on their side really soon, and it's at that point that we switch over to Koha and Mogamet, and he gets called back to the Ko Empire because his dad died. The Emperor died of the Ko Empire. Emperor of the Ko Empire died. Okay, and so he gets up and leaves, but before he leaves, one, he talks to Aladdin for a little bit, and two, he leaves a message for Mogamet saying that the Ko Empire is going to invade Magnostok. So, boom, war. There we go. Alright, and the end of the episode is just we're going to the Ko Empire and we're seeing all the people coming back. We see Hakuei come back with all these people in her household. And all these people in her household are the girl that we saw before, obviously. But also, it's all of the Koga guys. All of the warriors of the Koga tribe are in her household. And apparently the reason why she can have that many is because Paimon is a girl, so she's just really fertile and just she can have a lot of people in her household. That's pretty much the explanation they give. We also see Kome, who is one of the Ko children of the second emperor, because the first emperor, not really, but you know what I mean. The last emperor, all of his children have names that start with Haku. I mentioned this before. The previous emperor's children all have names starting with Haku, and the current dead emperor, all of his children have names starting with Ko. Right, so yeah. Then also we actually see Hakuryu come back, and he has a really cool entrance where he's just right on top of this monster. He's just got a whole horde of monsters coming in. Then they all just disappear. He lands there, and that's that. And the end is Cohen. He shows up, and that's that. Hakuryu didn't look too pleased to see him. What will happen with those two, we'll learn next week. But that's it for this episode, and I'll just give it a 6 out of 10 because personally, I was bored for half of it because half of it was filler that was not important. I mean, in terms of learning what Sama and Ahmad are doing right now, it's kind of important, even though that's not the island, or that's not the place that they're at. So it's kind of false information, but the general gist of what they're doing on that fake island is what they're doing on the real island. So yeah, there's that. It's just not really that important, to be honest. Kind of, but not really. Especially since they edited all the stuff to make it filler. Um, yeah, there's Morgiana and Yunnan. That was okay. I mean, they spoiled Yunnan already, so it's not like it's it's not like it's a big surprise or anything. Um, they spoiled both who Yunnan is, the fact that he's a Magi, and that the fact that he would meet Morgiana. They spoiled everything they could possibly spoil. So again, not that big of a deal. And then the co-emperor died, and all the co-kids come back. So that was cool, but that's was like what 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not not a lot. So I'll just give this episode a 6 out of 10. That's it for now, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.